A psychologist who specializes in anger studies, Charles Spielberger, Ph.D., describes anger as an emotion that ranges in intensity from mild irritation to intense fury and rage. In addition to emotions, anger triggers physiological changes to your body. It increases your blood pressure and heart rate, as well as adrenaline and noradrenaline levels. The way in which people deal with their angry feelings varies from conscious to unconscious. Expressing, suppressing, and calming are the three main approaches. A healthy way to express anger is to express it assertively, rather than aggressively. Getting your needs met requires learning how to clearly state them, and how to get them met without hurting others. In order to be assertive, you must respect yourself and others and not be pushy or demanding. Many psychologists believe that people who are easily angered have low frustration tolerance, or they feel that frustration, inconvenience, or annoyance should not be subjected to them. When something seems unfair, like being corrected for a minor error, they are especially infuriated. Get ready to learn these strategies to suppress and be anger-free so you won't hurt your loved ones. Some of the conclusions drawn by angry people can be inaccurate because they tend to jump to conclusions and act on them. If you're in a heated discussion, slow down and think through your responses. Slow down and think carefully before you speak instead of saying the first thing that comes to mind. Listen carefully to what the other person is saying and take your time before responding. It's also important to listen to what's behind the anger. Your significant other wants more connection and closeness, whereas you like some freedom and personal space. Do not retaliate by painting your partner in a negative light. When someone criticizes you, it's natural for you to react defensively, but it's not a good idea to engage in a turf war. Take a step back and listen to what's actually underneath the words, the unloved and neglected feeling that's being expressed. Do not let your anger or your partner's anger get in the way of this process. You may need to ask a lot of patient questions, and you may need some breathing space. Discussions should not be allowed to get out of control. It's important to remain calm in such a situation in order to avoid disaster. Laughter can help to diffuse anger in a variety of ways. A balanced perspective can help you gain a better understanding of things. Stop and visualize what a word would look like if you called someone a name or used an imaginative term when you get angry. Imagine your coworker sitting at your colleague's desk, talking on the phone, and attending meetings while sitting in a large bag full of dirt. Every time a name about another person enters your mind, do this. Describe the actual thing in your own words. When possible, draw a picture. Humor can always be relied upon to take the edge off tense situations, and will relieve your fury as well. Whenever you feel that urge, imagine yourself as a god or goddess, one who owns the streets, stores, and office spaces, and has his or her way regardless of the situation. In addition to realizing that maybe your actions are unreasonable, you'll also realize how unimportant the things you're angered over are to the overall situation. The more detailed you can make your imaginary scenes, the more likely you are to realize you are being unreasonable. The use of humor should be tempered by two cautions. Use humor to help you face your problems more constructively, rather than trying to laugh your problems off. It's also important not to succumb to harsh, sarcastic humor. It's another way of expressing anger that's unhealthy. There are times when we get irritated and furious due to the surroundings around us. There is a possibility of feeling angry at the people and things that have accumulated in the trap you seem to have fallen into and at the problems that you are facing. Take some time out for yourself. For times of the day when you know your stress levels will be high, be sure to schedule some personal time. A working mother, for instance, has a standing rule that, for the first 15 minutes after she returns home from work, nobody talks to her unless the house is on fire. Taking a moment to calm down allows her to handle her kids' demands without becoming angry. The problems we face in our lives can sometimes cause us to feel angry and frustrated. It can be a healthy and natural reaction to these difficulties to be angry, and not all anger is misplaced. In addition to this cultural belief, many of us find ourselves frustrated when we discover that not all problems have solutions. It's more significant to consider how you handle and confront such a situation rather than finding a solution. Developing a plan and monitoring progress will help you stay on track. Don't punish yourself if you don't receive an answer right away. Give it your best shot, but don't be too hard on yourself for not getting one. It will be easier to keep your patience if you approach it with the best intentions and make a serious effort to resolve it head-on, even if it does not solve itself right away. Angry feelings can be calmed down by using simple relaxation techniques, such as deep breathing and positive imagery. You can learn relaxation techniques from books and courses, and once you do, you can use them whenever you need to. You might benefit from learning these techniques if you are both hot-tempered in your relationship. These are some easy steps you can implement. Breathe deeply through your diaphragm. Chest breathing will not relax you. Put yourself in the position of taking a deep breath. Relaxing words or phrases like "take it easy" and "relax" should be repeated to yourself slowly and deeply. Make use of your imagination or memory to visualize a relaxing experience. You can reduce your stress levels and relax your muscles by doing slow, gentle yoga exercises. It is imperative to practice these techniques every day. Whenever you find yourself in a tense situation, use them automatically. A powerful tool for healing is forgiveness. You might find yourself swallowed up by bitterness or a sense of injustice if you let anger and other negative feelings dominate positive emotions. In an attempt to strengthen your relationship, it may be beneficial for you both to forgive a person who upset you and learn from the situation. It is possible to learn how to express anger appropriately. To help your child cope with strong feelings, you can suggest the following. 1. Set an example for others to follow. 2. It is natural for them to feel angry and to express it in an appropriate manner. 3. You should respect the feelings of your child. 4. Developing problem-solving skills is an essential part of the curriculum. 5. Communication in the home should be open and honest. 6. Ensure that they are able to express their anger in an appropriate manner. 7. Anger and aggression are two different emotions. 8. If anger is not appropriately expressed, there should be consequences. 9. Develop a variety of relaxation and calming techniques for your child. It wouldn't make sense to try to eliminate anger, since you cannot do so. It is inevitable that you will experience anger, sometimes justified anger, no matter how hard you try. The unpredictable actions of others will cause frustration, pain, and loss in life. There is nothing you can do to change that, but you can manage the way you let these events affect you. Keep your anger in check so you don't make yourself unhappy over time by reacting irrationally. If you like this video, click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you can get our latest posts. Thank you for watching.